Okay, so the first person I played with during my journey to 2000 was Okereke Okereke1. I think he's also a Nigerian. So I was playing the white pieces and he was playing the black pieces. So it started with e4. I played e4. He played c5, leading to the Sicilian defense. I moved my knight to f3, which is a very common move. He did this by moving his pawn to d6. I placed my pawn to d4, trying to control, open up the open up the center. He captured c times d4. I captured with my knight. He developed his knight. I also developed my own knight to c8. Then I think he played a6, trying to stop me from bringing my bishop to this place, attacking the king side. So I think it stopped me in that aspect, but I think I continue with my development. One of the things the reason why I moved this pawn from here to this place is just for me to stop him from bringing his bishop to this side, having a control over this diagonal, and that is why I decided to do this. Now I didn't really consider this my dark square diagonal because I noticed very well that the pieces that are supposed to move along this diagonal, the path has already been blocked by their own pieces, and hence I did that with my intention of bringing my bishop up to this place, having a direct access to this diagonal. So let you will continue the game with I continue the game by moving my his pawn to a6. No, I think he moved his pawn to a5, threatening kicking my knight away from the d4 square. I pulled back to b3 just for me to gain momentum. He developed his bishop with an intention of castling in his next move. I also brought out my bishop, trying to control the diagonal, the g1, a7 diagonal. So he castled. I thought about that. I also developed my bishop to this particular square. I don't know why I did that. He did this trying to create an exchange. Now, one of the things that made me not to even capture this this bishop is that I noticed that if I try to use my bishop to capture this and it captures back, one of the things that is going to happen is he will have a strong center. That is number one. The file, the F file will be open, giving his rook. Sorry, the F file will be open, giving his rook a direct access to the F file, and I didn't want that to happen. So I did this. I moved my knight to D5, trying to stop that from happening. He moved here, trying to control, trying to defend his knight on F6 with the intention that if I try to capture this, he will use his own knight to capture me back. So I really thought about this. So what did I play? I captured the bishop instead, checking his king. He captured back. I brought back my bishop because I didn't want to exchange my bishop. There was no point of me exchanging that bishop. So I brought it back with the intention of maybe in the later future it will not have direct control over this diagonal, leading to some interesting fight in the game. So he moved his pawn to b3. I castled, trying to make sure that my pieces are in safe hands. He moved the rook to c8, trying to gain control over the c5. So which is a noble thing, to do. What did I play? I think I brought my bishop here with the intention because I was actually looking at this place. I wanted my knight to come to this place, but before doing that, I have to bring out this bishop from here to this place so that the queen will also support the bishop in along this diagonal. So the essence for the bishop queen come to this place is to support the bishop in this game plan. So what did he play? I think he played I think he played knight to e8. I don't know. I don't really know the reason why he did that. Maybe he has his own reasons for doing that. I played this trying to expose the file. He came to this place. I came to this place trying to open up the center because I felt like these 2 pawns are really controlling the center, and I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to just expose the center to just give my rook a free access towards the f5 to see what can actually happen during the course of the game. So I think he also did the same thing. Maybe he also has some valid reasons why he did that. I came to this place. The reason why I came to this place is I wanted to first of all threaten to capture this, but at the same time, I was also thinking of trying to threaten the queen by moving my knight to c6. So I think he played back, trying to open up that place in the sense that if I bring my knight to this place, the rook will come out all the way and capture it. So I think I captured, which was the first point I got. He captured me. The threat is now very real. I captured back. He captured. I captured. I gaining some points in the game. He brought his bishop. Closer. He brought his knight closer, threatening an attack on my bishop. And so, the first thought I thought is that okay, in this situation, I can actually move my bishop away from this place, but I still wanted to just give him that tempo. So I remember my CCT. In chess and CCT, C means checks, another C means capture, then the third one means threat. Most especially when you're threatening the queen. So I decided to neglect my bishop and attack the queen instead. So if he captures, I will capture the queen. So I believe he saw that and moved his knight away. When he did that, I had to capture it just to expose the king side, just to expose the center, so I can hopefully gain control over that center, because right now is one that is really controlling that center, and I didn't want that thing to happen. So I think instead of taking, he decided to play this. He moved his bishop from here to this place. So he used his bishop to fuck my queen and rook. At this point, this was the situation where I knew something is not really right, where I had to try to do some tactics in order for me to leverage this situation. So I played the tactics that is called desperado, that even if I must lose one of my pieces, either the queen or the rook, something else must happen. So what I did, look at the fork. Before I started with what I did, the fork here was forking my queen and also my rook, which I had to just save one. But which one am I going to save? So alright, so what I did was I decided to capture. I decided to capture with my queen. I know I'm going to lose my queen in the process. No big deal about that. But I also have another tactics in my mind, and we're going to see it in the next few moves. It captured. Then I played this. Now, the name of this tactics in chess, I think, is called. Is it? Is it deflection? I think it's a decoy. This tactics is actually called the decoy, especially for beginners that really want to learn about the chess. Now this is a decoy because it's a decoy that attracts the piece to a particular square where it helps us in the future. The reason why I played this decoy was in the sense that If he captures it, I'll move my knight to this place, checking the king, and also fucking the king and also the queen that is now on this particular square. And in fact, this type of decoy is even a first move, because he has to capture it. He definitely has to capture it. Why he has to capture it is because the bishop is fucking the king, and also at the same time it fucks the what? The queen. So I believe he captured. When he captured and I played this, which was the major idea, the original plan that I had in mind, fucking the king and the queen. So he went back, I captured, he captured like this. I came back just for me to rest a little bit to see what the next thing that we have to play. But at this moment right now, let's try to count our blessings one by one. So right now, I think I have a knight and two rooks, which is 13 point. You also have two rooks and a knight, which is also what 13 point. I have 5 points, which is what 5 point. He has 4 points, which is what 4 points. So at the end of the day, I think I have like 13 plus 5. 13 plus 5 should be 17. Is it? Or 18? No, it's 18. 13 plus 5 is 18. So I have 18 points, whereas he has 17 points. So I think I'm leading him with just 1 point. If I didn't do that desperado, that decoy, he would have been leading me with so many points. So I have to do that just to make sure that the game is balanced. So he played this. Right now we are in the end game. I decided to move my rook up with the intention of pinning the knight. I did this so that I can pin the knight. Okay, so by pinning the knight, it will not have anything to do than to stay there. The idea was just to pin the knight. That was the basic idea. So I think he played this, trying to defend the knight. Don't know why he did that. But I came here trying to create a space for my for my king to come out in case he decides to come with this back rank mate. I won't permit it to happen. So he brought his king closer, trying to defend the rook in case he decides to move the knight away. I came to this place putting pressure on this pawn. So right now I have two attackers attacking this pawn, and he only has one defender defending this pawn. So he moved this place to increase the number of his defense. So at this moment right now, I think we have two attackers from our side, and he has two defenders from his own side. So I decided to increase the number of my attack by bringing my bishop to by bringing my knight to E2, putting pressure on the pawn. So right now I have three attackers, the two rooks and the knight. You also have two defenders, which are the two rooks. So what did he play? He pushed this forward. Now I saw what he did. Before doing that, I decided to play this instead. I know very well the reason why I didn't capture this is if I capture this, he will probably capture. So I didn't really see the need for that. I moved this instead to threaten this rook. So if he now does this, it will now be two pieces. So my pieces attacking this rook. And how many pieces does he have defending that rook? I believe we only have this defending the rook. So I will not be having two attackers and he will be having one defender. So this is actually some tactical ideas about playing chess games. So I think he captured. I don't know why he did that, but I think that was a mistake from him. I captured as usual, and this is where he resigned. So I really need your comment on this game. What you feel I should have played, what you feel the guy should have played, the mistakes, the errors, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. So thank you guys for following through today's game.